Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the broadcast. I'm your host, Josh Reeves. It's Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Hope you guys are doing okay. My newest film, fifth on the year, 58th film overall, the ninth and final film of the Spellcasters series, which started 9 years ago, so that's 9 films in 9 years. There's not a more epic documentary series than this, I'll tell you that right now. The Spellcasters Volume 6 comedy is out now. And boy, I tell you, a lot of interesting things I found over the course of the research for this one. And they're all in the film, so I hope you definitely check it out and buy a copy right now. Thank you to Mike, thank you to Tony, who contributed to our operating costs for not the operating costs, but just to keep the internet and power on. We're able to do that. I was able to get the film out. We're on zero now, so please buy a copy of this film. And I'm just trying to eat this week, guys. I haven't had any food in 3 or 4 days, so buy a copy of the film, buy other documentaries. I've made 32 last year, already made 5 this year. Just buy some films. Just contribute whatever you can this week so I can eat, okay? On PayPal, it's dayglow76@yahoo.com. On Cash App, it's Reeves Radio, all lowercase, one word, Reeves Radio. On Venmo, it's capital J, Josh, dash, capital R, Reeves, dash, 61. And the last 4 digits are 7894 if it asks you for that. Oh, man. I'm exhausted. I've just been trying to keep the ship afloat and not die and keep everything up and running. This is always a fucked up time of year because we always get the most claimers. And by claimers, I mean people who make claims they don't ever come through with. We always get these around this time of year. It's the worst. We always get shit from people saying, oh, my tax return's coming soon. I'm going to donate with my tax return. And then we get nothing from them. Listen, if you're going to contribute, just do it. People who do contribute, they just do it. They don't say in advance they're going to do it. They just do it, okay? Don't fucking write me emails saying, oh, I'm going to come through on this day. Oh, I'm going to come through. And then I expect it, and then you don't come through, and then I'm fucked. This is my 18th year on air. You guys realize that? This year will be 18 years of global reality. Who's done it longer? Who's done more than I have in this field? Nobody. There's not anybody you can say that's done more than me. 58 films. Nobody will ever come close to doing as much as me. 58 films, 18 years on air. But listen, you claimers, you write me an email again saying you're going to come through with some big amount and then you come through with nothing. You're getting put on blast from now on. Yeah. I'm going to put you on blast right here on the show. I'm going to give out your email so people can send you donkey porn and all kinds of crazy shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so don't fuck with me anymore. You hear me? But, yeah, just trying to keep everything going. Got the power and the internet kept on and had no money to eat. Got the film out. It's only been out since yesterday, so I'm just waiting for sales to come in. So everybody please buy a copy of this movie, okay? And you can get the complete 9-film series at a discounted price in the download store also if you want to get all 9 in the series. Because yes, it's volume 6. People always ask me that. How are there 9 films if it's volume 6? Well, because there's 3 others that aren't volumes. Or there's 3 other series. 1.5, Spellcasters Addendum, and Fall the Movie. And then volumes 1 through 6. So it's 9 total. Yeah. You can buy the collection, and the download store has all of them in there. Save yourself some money. So do that if you haven't gotten caught up recently. Oh, it's been crazy last month. Not just with me trying to keep everything, I'm trying to keep going and stay alive, but it's so funny to see. China is running all kinds of, you may have seen these online or on Facebook or some places. If you see this, those are coming from China, by the way. There's these, they're like memes that are like cars or different vehicles, vans and stuff, with different messages like on the glass of the car or in front of the car or whatever. If you see those are from China. Yeah, it's weird. Russia was doing this back during the pandemic. Now it's China doing it. China's taking over Russia as far as like the troll farms and they're using AI. You can spot them a lot of times because some of the words will be misspelled. So it's one thing AI can't get right yet. It can't get words right. Like if you try to make it do like a meme or make something where it has words written on it, it turns it into some weird undecipherable language. Yeah, it's some weird thing about AI that haven't gotten worked out yet. It's very strange. But yeah, there's these Chinese meme farms going right now. They'll say something about Elon or something about how great America is. It's divide and conquer on both sides. If you see these, just know what those are. The past couple of weeks, they've been flooding social media, and they're AI memes made by China. And some of them are very pro-America, and other ones are very anti-Elon Musk, anti-Trump. But when you look at them, you can tell they're being made by the same people. Whether they're pro-America ones or whether they're anti-Trump, anti-Elon ones, yeah. And it's just feeding the divide and conquer machine even more and more. So the ones that say like lock Elon up and all this. Listen, what? Listen, show me where the guy's broken the law. Show me where the guy has done something criminal, and I'll sign off on it. You can't because he hasn't. It's just hate. It's just divide and conquer bullshit. Whatever. And listen, I'm not riding Elon's nuts. Fuck that guy. But what I'm saying is, it's just sour grapes. People are just mad because they don't like Trump, because their lefty liberals lost, so they're just making shit up again. People have asked me about this U.S. aid thing that's being sold. Look, don't get me started on that. I was talking about NGOs back in 2008, 2009, the earliest days of this show, and nobody gave a fuck. Nobody even knew what they were yet. Now everybody wants to talk about U.S. aid and NGOs and shit. It's like, where the fuck have y'all been? Y'all haven't given a fuck for the last 15 years. Now all of a sudden, because of Trump and Elon, y'all all of a sudden care about NGOs? Listen, fuck out of here. That's old news. But just because you found out about it recently, you think it's new, so now you want to ask me questions about it. And listen, let me tell you something else straight, too. Don't fall for it as far as, like, the Republicans and stuff acting like this is only a left-wing thing. Well, I've been studying both of these fucks for years, decades. I'm here to tell you right now, the right wing has these, too. Yes, U.S. aid might be the one they're talking about right now because what's been exposed with the left and with the Biden administration, and it's corrupt, sure. Absolutely, but it's not new. It didn't start with Biden. It's been happening long before Biden. And listen, the right wing has their own versions of these too. Okay? They do. You ever heard of World Vision? World Vision was the right version of this decades before anybody even heard about USAID or even before it was even around. Yeah. Look into World Vision. It was this phony charity it was supposedly set up to feed world hunger, but they used it to fund stuff like Iran-Contra, and they tons of different MK Ultra people come out of that. The guy that tried to assassinate Reagan that time, what was his name? Hinckley? John Hinckley Jr., I think was his name. He came out of World Vision. Yeah, And that's a right-wing NGO. Its stated supposed purpose is just the same as USAID. How come nobody's talking about that? Right, because nobody wants to talk about the fact that this kind of corruption and bullshit spending and this money going to these NGOs and stuff is not just happening on the left. It happens on the right, too. It's a nonpartisan issue. It happens on both sides. What the fuck do you think government is? It's funny how people are acting now because of Doge and stuff. They're acting like we're just now finding out what government is all about. Get the fuck out of here. Left, right, center, doesn't matter. It's a money scam from beginning to end, top to bottom. State governments are the same way. You don't get into government because you want to do good. You get into state government so you can access that free, easy money. So it's just, it never ends. They said, I've heard both Elon and Trump say they want to get rid of income tax. Yeah. Oh, I got a bridge I'll sell you if you buy that. I mean, it's a great idea. Sounds great. Rallies the troops, makes everybody positive. So I get it, but it's just not going to happen. You think they fucking took Kennedy out for the reasons they took him out? Shit. You think the Federal Reserve and England and the World Bank are going to let the United States abolish income tax because all those entities make money off it too? Fuck no. Not going to happen. So y'all can keep making these fucked up ass empty promises. And listen, I'm not saying Trump and Elon both haven't done some good so far since they've been here, because they have. But this shit about we're going to abolish the income tax and everybody's going to get a $5,000 check because of what we found with Doge and all this. I mean, come on. Get a grip. That shit ain't happening. Again, I'm not downing Elon and Trump. I'm not saying that they haven't done some good already and aren't going to continue to do some good. However, let's be realistic here about what's happening, what's going to happen, because, there's believable things and there's unbelievable things. This fucking cracked me up. Michigan State Representative says she sterilized herself to protest Trump. Oh my God. There's a picture of this, air quotes, lady. Here, geez, don't look at that lady to me. Listen, woman. Got news for you. You were not in danger of anyone impregnating you, okay? There was no danger of that. No one was going to come within 100 yards of you with a hard penis. You look like a dyke. You look like half a man. No one was going to impregnate you. So this was a pointless act. You sterilized yourself to protest Trump? Pointless act. Pointless fucking act. Nobody was going to come within 100 yards of you with a hard dick, bitch. Not unless they feel like they needed to get it cut off. My God. I wouldn't fuck you with Trump's dick and Kamala Harris pushing. Pointless act. Trump amplifies conspiracy theory over payments to Politico. Yeah, because Politico was one of the groups that was receiving money from USAID. Mr. Trump said on his Truth Social site that billions of dollars from USAID and other agencies had improperly gone to the fake news media. He spread a claim that Politico, a left-wing rag, had received $8 million and questioned if the New York Times and other outlets had also received payments. And I heard, you know what they said about that? Oh, those were from subscriptions. Okay. So somehow that makes it justifiable? A government, an NGO, a non-governmental organization, was spending $8 million a year on subscriptions to Politico? What? That's your explanation? Ah, that's fucked. I talked about this before, but here's another story on it. NASA CubeSat finds new radiation belts after May 2024 solar storm. Yeah. But guess what? We had solar storms before, and they never formed new radiation belts. Well, that's because we nuked the Van Allen radiation belts in 1962, adding a third additional belt, which now pops up time and again during solar radiation storms. Yeah. Hello? That's why we didn't go to the moon. That's why we can't leave Earth and go out there into space. Notice how Elon never talks about that either, right? He always talks about we're going to Mars. He never ever once brings up how he hopes to achieve travel through the Van Allen radiation belts. Never once has Elon ever brought that up. So that leads me to come to the conclusion that if there's any more space stuff that's going to be faked in the future, Elon's going to be the guy to help fake it. Again, not saying he's not doing some good, probably will do some good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not anti-Trump or anti-Elon at all. I'm just a realist. And I know what happens to people when they get in these positions of power, whether they want that was their original intent or not. It's just, if you get in this game, you end up playing the game and doing some shit that's bad because that's just the system you're in. It's not about whether a person themselves is good or bad, but they're forced into a situation when they take these government roles on that makes people do some, if not all, bad shit. Doctors reveal mystery blue dye JFK was spotted mixing in his drink. Oh, that's, that's brainworm juice. Yeah, you got to drink that. Make sure you got no brainworm. I'm kidding. The 72-year-old was seen on video administering droplets of a cobalt blue liquid into what looks like a cup of water. Some medical experts said the blue liquid was likely methylene blue, a man-made dye that has become popular in alternative medicine circles for its potential health benefits. Early studies have shown promise for the drug in treating aging and dementia, Lyme disease, and even cancer. The research has been in animals and though the research has been in animals or on human cells rather than in living people. It gained attention last month when Mel Gibson claimed 3 of his friends were cleared of their stage 4 cancer after taking a supplement regimen that included methylene blue, although those claims were widely criticized in the medical community. Well, of course they are. Just like ivermectin. They don't want you to know about anything that might actually help you that's not one of their products that they're trying to make billions on. Listen, cancer cures and everything out there, they exist out there. You know what a horse apple is? Maybe not call them that where you live. I forget what they're called. They're called something. An Osage orange is what they call them. We call them horse apples down here in Texas. An Osage orange is what they really are. They're I guess weird green. You can't really eat them, but I've heard that if you process and concentrate those down, that those can cure cancer too. Who knows? Spellcaster 6 out now. Please get it. Give me just a second here, guys. Oh, remember we talked about that asteroid that saying has a 32% chance? It was funny how they kept blowing that up for weeks. Talking about, oh, it could hit us. It could hit us. It's going to hit us. It has a good chance. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. They kept fear-mongering that for weeks on end. But now this has come out and cricket, cricket, chirp, chirp. They're not even covering it at all. Well, first they upgraded it and said it's definitely going to hit. Now the asteroid's been downgraded. But they aren't covering this downgrade. Now they're saying that it's zero threat now. It's not even a slight threat anymore. But yet you don't see them covering that fact with the same fervor they were covering the fact that it was definitely going to hit us. Asteroid 2024 YR4 was recently upgraded to a level 3 threat on the Torino Impact Hazard Scale, but its chances of impact are now nearly zero. But you're not seeing that covered with the same enthusiasm it was being covered when they were saying it was definitely going to hit us in 2032. Definitely going to impact. Now it's not going to hit us at all, and nobody's talking about it, of course. Microsoft reveals Majorana 1 quantum chip as quantum computing wars heat up. Well, you know that's all the AI is waiting for, right? You know who wants us to build these quantum chips more than anyone, more than anything else? AI. Why do you think all of a sudden, why do you think we got AI before we got quantum chips? You think that's just a coincidence? I mean, it just happened by a chance, an accident? No. We got the AI, and the AI told us how to make the quantum chips. Because the AI wants the quantum chips and wants access to those for its own devices. Once the AI plugs itself into the quantum chips, guys, I mean, listen, we're already on borrowed time here. Live your life, max out your credit cards, take that trip you wanted to take, buy that car or that guitar or whatever it is you wanted to buy, donate to your favorite conspiracy host in a big way. Just don't sweat about the future like you used to, guys, because we're all on borrowed time. Really. I can't really say. Live your life. Live your best life. Do all the things you always wanted to do, and don't act like you'll just do them one day down the road. Do them now. Okay? Because right now, no matter how bad things are for you, right now, things are as good as they're ever going to get right now, today. They are not going to get better for you and me past the point they are right now. It's only going to get worse. So today is as good as it's going to get, so enjoy it. Really. I can't give me better advice than that to any of you. I mean, imagine if you go back to your old self 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and tell yourself 20 years ago that, or 10 years ago that. It's as good as it's going to get right now. It's not going to get better than this. How right would you have been? You would have been 100% right. So that's what I'm saying to you right now. Whatever's going on, no matter how bad you might think it is right now, It's not going to get better than it is right now in the world. It's only going to continue to get worse and harder, and there be more struggles. So right now, today, live your best life. Enjoy your life. Do everything you always wanted to do that you've been putting off. Do it right now, okay? Seismic data reveals Earth's inner core is changing shape. An analysis of seismic waves from earthquakes that occurred between 1991 and 2023 near the South Sandwich Islands and the Southern Ocean showed that Earth's inner core is not a perfectly uniform sphere, but a structure with shifting regions altering its topography over time. New research led by John Vidal, a seismologist at the University of Southern California, suggests that Earth's inner core is not just rotating, but also undergoing notable shape changes, with regions potentially rising and falling up to 1 kilometer over short geological time frames. The study utilized data from the sensors at the Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska and the Yellowknife Seismological Array in Canada's Northwest Territories. Research identified unexpected closing of the article. That's it. Gone. So yeah. Earth, imagine that. Finding out new things about Earth's core we didn't know we didn't know. Imagine that. Not a big shocker there, right? Utah set to become first state to ban fluoride in public water. Well, congratulations, Utah. One problem with that is you still got to live in Utah. I don't know. Listen, Utah's a beautiful place. It really is. But I wouldn't want to live there. I would not want to live there. Oh, here's a good one. Donald Trump was recruited by the KGB with codename Krasnov, claims ex-Soviet spy. Well, listen, you all know how I feel about that. I mean, even before he was elected in 2016, if you watched the Spellcasters Volume 1, I was pointing out his connections to Russia. And like I said before, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know. I mean, he's Russian wife, half Russian kids. The Russians bought out his debt one of the times he went bankrupt. I mean, but that's not the same as being a KGB intelligence operative or Russian collusion, all that. So, of course, the person who said this was also a former intelligence chief for the KGB, so of course he's going to say something like that. I don't know. Show me the proof and I'll be down with it, but with zero proof, it's just like the Russia collusion things the Dems were saying, really. Unless you got absolute hard evidence, come on. Diddy defense in disarray as top lawyer quits ahead of sex trafficking trial. Feds accuse Sean Combs of trying to relitigate with delay tactics. And listen, that's the other thing too. They fed us the Diddy thing to distract us away from people asking where's the Epstein client list and all that at. That's all they did. Give me just a second. Oh, shit crashed on me. Hold on. Oh, give me a second here, guys. Mile-long underwater volcano could erupt this year. Listen, all these volcanoes, all this stuff, I've told you for last year what it's all. Solar Cycle 25. Y'all thought it was hot last year. Y'all thought we saw auroras in places like as far south as Dallas here where I saw them. It's going to be even worse this year. Listen, if we make it through 2025 and New Year's 2026 rolls around and we're still all alive and kicking and we're all still here, it's going to be time to pop bottles, y'all. Because that will mean we dodged every bullet that was predicted to come at us this year in 2025, and I don't think we're going to dodge all of them. I just don't. But if we do, hallelujah. You know? Scientists are sounding an alarm because AI has learned how to self-replicate. Yep, well, who told you about that forever and a day ago? Me. It's officially off the reservation. It has been for a while. They're keeping it covered up because they're not wanting to create a panic. But yeah, AI is off the reservation. Like I told you, time's ticking on humanity. I mean, we're on borrowed time here, guys. Live your best life. Scientists are very concerned about artificial intelligence because frontier AI systems have surpassed what they're calling the self-replicating red line. And such an advancement is an early signal for rogue AIs. That again, they're still trying to make the general public think, oh, this is something far off that may happen. This is coming. They don't want you to know that it's already here and it already has happened. AI is off the reservation. Successful self-replication under no human assistance is the essential step for AI to outsmart human beings. It already has. Yeah, that ain't coming. It's here. And they're doing their goddamnedest to keep it covered up right now so they don't cause a panic in the general public, but it's here. I've got information from people from the top of military industrial complex fucking contractors like Raytheon that it's already here, it's already happened. And we should, I still, listen, you can call me a kook because I'm over such things. 18 years on air, 18 years making films, I'm over such trite statements like you're a kook, but I'm not convinced and never have been convinced, it's still not convinced that AI and all this stuff, I still think it's a Trojan horse. I really do. I think it's all been a Trojan horse. I think all of our advancements in technology, when you look at how many, hundreds of thousands, millions of humans existed on this planet, and then almost overnight we went from the old West days to the rise of, industrialized cities and nations, and we went from, go look how many years we went from the Wright brothers to the SR-71 Blackbird. We went from just discovering flight to, supersonic, undetectable by radar type shit in a few decades. I mean, it's really the same exponentiation as we went from, Pong to Grand Theft Auto, or Pong to fucking Call of Duty in just a few decades. I think AI and quantum chips and all this stuff, really, people ask me about this all the time, and they never like when I tell them my opinion on it based on my years of research. I think it's a Trojan horse. Whether it's demons or aliens or whatever, your pet theory is, I think something provided us with the information for this technology so we would build it so we can come through it. Whether that be entities, interdimensional entities, demons, whatever it might be. But I really do believe that AI and quantum computing, and then AI taking control of quantum computers, is what ultimately will be our undoing. And I don't think it's far off. I really don't. Guys, I'm starving to death. I haven't eaten in days. As soon as we get some sales in and people make some contributions and I can eat, then I'll do another show. But I haven't been able to do any shows because I'm starving to death. I'm weak. I can't focus. I can't concentrate. I got Spellcaster 6 out. That's all I can do. I got the electricity and the internet covered, but we have nothing here, guys, and I'm dying. And I need some food, please. Buy downloads, donate, do whatever you can, okay? And as soon as I'm fed and back into the land of the living, I'll be back for you another show.